Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is another episode on Microsoft 365, everything about Microsoft. So today we are going to be talking about SSPR. And I'm wondering, some people will be like, wait, what is SSPR? Well, SSPR is the short term for self-service password reset. Yes, self-service password reset. And I'm going to refer to this documentation here. So Microsoft Entra self-service password reset gives users the ability to change or reset their password with no administrator or help desk involvement. So if Microsoft Entra locks a user account or they forget their password, they can follow prompt to unblock themselves and get back to work. How sweet is that? You don't have to come and meet IT every time if you want to change your password, and you don't even have to come to IT every time if you don't remember your password. You can just click on forget password and then voila, you can do that. But note that SSPR, which is self-service password reset, relies on the user having pre-registered at least one authentication method beforehand, else the system can't verify their ID to reset their password. So what I'm saying is, in your first sign-in section, at least I'm sure you can't forget your password on the first try when the IT is giving you your laptop and your password. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to forget that. So you should, when he has done that, you would have authenticate or you would set up your authenticator just like we do in IT. We give you your laptop, we give you your phones, and then we put the Microsoft Authenticator on your phone so that you can authenticate. So now if you get back to your seat and you decide that, oh, IT know my password or me, I don't want IT to be looking into what I'm doing. Let me change my password. You can do that yourself because now you have the authenticator on your phone. Now you must have signed in, you must have pre-registered. If not, this would not work. So let's go to how to set up the SSPR for users. My IT guys, get in here. So, of course, we're going to go to the admin portal, admin.microsoft.com, as we usually do. Then we go to the Entra, which is called Identity Portal, entra.microsoft.com. Let's hold on while this loads. Okay, so I enabled SSPR for my organization, but I just want to show us how that works. I've enabled SSPR, but I can't even remember the password, and I've not even tried to maybe forget password and see if it works for my organization. So let's try that in this video. So let's go to, I saw it just now, password reset. Yep, password reset. Now can you see password reset properties, authentication methods, which I chose. I don't know why you went back. I chose email and let me see. I could say two, but I think one is fine. And registration, require user to register when signing in. Yes, number of days before user has to confirm this is about authentication, whatever. But click on properties. Can you see self-service password reset enabled? If I don't want users to be able to reset their password for themselves, which is an headache for the admin or the IT guy, I could say none. Oh no, I don't want to have that headache, so I'm going to click on all users should be able to reset their password for themselves. So I'm going to try to do this for Ben. I have a Ben in my organization and I want to just say Ben forgets his password. Let's say he forgets his password and he's unable to sign in. So I'm going to go to new incognito browser, type in office.com. I'm going to sign in with Ben. Okay, Ben at. So we're going to pretend as if we don't know Ben password. Oh, I forgot my password. Somebody help me. So I'm going to do all this. Click on next. Now can you see? Now, if this is not enabled, Ben would not have this option. If Ben hasn't used at least one authentication method, Ben would also not have this option. So I'm going to do this approve a notification on my authenticator app. Now Ben forgot his password, but good for Ben, his authenticator app is still working. So I'm going to go to Ben and authenticate 39. Yes, that's me. Now, Ben decides he wants to enter a new password. And let's see. And confirm. And finish. Sign in here. Click here. Ben. Next. And his new password. Sign in. And Yay, we are here. Now imagine if the SSPR was turned off and we are going to do that. So remember where we went to do this. You come to the Entra Admin Center, you click on the Entra ID section, you scroll down a little bit and click on password reset. Now, I decided that I want to have the headache. I want all the users to come to me so that I want them to know that IT is working. So when people start trooping in, when they forget their password, that's to show that IT is working. That's just a joke. Anyways, so I click on none and I click on save. I don't want anybody to be able to reset their password. Now let's see if that takes effect quickly. I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going to close the previous one. I'm going to do office.com. Okay, it still remembers me, so I'll close this incognito and open the new incognito browser, office.com. And I'm going to sign in. Ben, where are you? Ben at treasures.org.ng. And I click on next. Now, I can't remember my password again. What am I going to do? Okay, let me see if I can reset it. XX. Oh, I hit this. D34. I hope I'm correct. XSS34, yeah. Oh, so it's still caged, but this is not going to work. I'm going to refresh this and we're going to try that again. None. So let me use another browser. Let me use the Edge browser. New in private window. And sometimes this takes a little bit of time due to propagation time. And sometimes it just works so fast. And click on next. And oh man, so forgetful. Forget the password again. R3KKP. It doesn't work this time. That means you're just going to have to wait. Oh, okay. So we have to like wait for this. So we have to wait for this to take effect. Look, I read these settings only apply to end users in your organization. Admins are always enabled for self-service password reset and are required to use two authentication methods to reset your password. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video and we give it a few hours and try to sign in to Ben again, claiming that we forgot our password. Few hours later, now we've turned this off and we were having issues with Ben still able to reset his password, and I told you guys it was propagation time. Well, it was the truth, it was propagation time. But let's check, let's verify if Ben can still change his password even after I've told him that no, I don't want you to change your password, I want you to come and meet me so that I can help you do it. And they know that IT is working, is doing something. So I'm going to come to an incognito browser, then office.com. I'm just so used to going to office.com, even though Microsoft has changed it to Copilot. Then Ben at treasures.org.ng. Next. Oops, I forgot my password. Forget my password. Okay, this silly thing again. Okay, and I click on next because I was changing myself. Oops, we are sorry, you can't reset your own password because password reset isn't properly set up for your organization. So this is what happened when you have not set up the password reset for users. And I would say this should, or this must. I'm not saying it's a must. I mean, if IT, it depends on the policy in your organization. If you decide that you want users, even though the users are at home, they are remote workers, you still want them to call you, even if it's on a Saturday and they need something to do on their laptop, you want them to call you. And it's fine turning that off. But if you want to have a seamless environment or a seamless work process for your organization, this should be turned on. It's like this ability reduces help desk calls and loss of productivity when a user can't sign into their devices or an application. Imagine that time, you can use that time to do something else other than trying to reset password for a user every time. And if you're resetting password for someone that is not even at work, it might not be easy because you have to like remote log in, talk to the user remotely, issues with network because the network at home is different from the network in the office, especially if you're in a country like Nigeria. So that's it, guys. We are done with this chapter closed. Now you know how to set up the SSPR, self-service password reset, for users in your organization. Guys, if you found this useful, I think maybe because I said if you find this useful, that's why you guys haven't been subscribing. Please subscribe anyways. I'm sure you're going to find some useful videos along the way. I promise to keep it coming. And even though I have to like integrate this in my job, not complaining, sorry, but please like, please share, please subscribe, and hopefully I get to see you one more time on this channel. Thank you. Bye.